January 26, 2023. Y'all listen, look. We finna have us a pretty interesting show, I should say. We got tampons for boys. A teacher slams a student. Boop, right on them. Bam. And we got 7,000. They say it's over 7,000 fake nursing degrees. This is a sad day out here for the medical community. Y'all, let's go ahead on and get into it. I ain't even much gonna hold you.
An 11-year-old can walk into or get on their iPad or even walk into a library, check out a book called Later Gator. Imagine your 11-year-old child or grandchild reading this. I like to put on a show, so not only do you have to be hung, talented, long-lasting, multiple comer, but you have to be okay effing a sexy 18-year-old front.
Do you think you have to? People,
wait, this
people
is
don't have a
in
choice.
our schools. Our kids are reading this, and you're going to tell me I can't read it to you because it's inappropriate?
My heart breaks today because currently the flowery-covered book, Felix Ever After, is checked out by a Potter Elementary student. This book contains 66 F-bombs. It takes 1 to 2 to elevate a movie to an R-rated movie, and this is checked out currently by a student, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, who knows. Also, I quote from the book, "I can feel him, feel his heart-on, which both scares the shit out of me and sends a thrill through me as I press against him, tugging on his shirt. Oh my effing God."
How y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little ugly babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link is down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting the whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. Students who are not female, who menstruate, face a greater stigma and barrier to asking for these products. And so providing them in an easily accessible place in all students' bathrooms is particularly important for those students. You say you done hit that like on the way in, say the 229, Albany, Georgia's in the building, say the 209 is in here, the 47 for the one time. I appreciate that right there. Say, hey, Willie, the 801 Salt Lake City, Utah, back in the mother 30 minutes of 5. Watch 2316, your 9 say present and accounted for. Hey, Willie, say the Bronx up in here. Say, hey, chat family. The Bronx, New York is in there. Say, what poppin' past the lake at 30 minutes of 5. Say, hey, sugar, what hey that in? Say, the D is in the building. Say, what up, though, Pastor? What's happening? The 505 is around here for Hot Monkey Thursday out here in East Street, New Jersey, in the building. Say the 732 pimping. What it do? Southside is checking in. Y'all come right on in. Come on in. Appreciate y'all. We got Orlando in the building. Alexander City, Alabama is in the house. Wisconsin is up in this thing. The 334 to go. Monkey Town is up in here. Detroit, the 313. He said pimping here. 575 say City of Players Tabernacle and blessings to pass and this beautiful congregation. That's what I'm talking about. Come on in, y'all. Boy, we finna have us one around here in the street. We got Tampa, Florida is in the building. What it do? Man, I am so, elated. Big word. I ain't even got this screen. That is what it is, man. How y'all doing today? Oh, I'm Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This is the Willie Williams Show. This is the midday news show. You can come on around here and find you some good news. Good news. Some real good news. I don't even know another word for it right now. Yeah, we got a lot going on. We got tampons for boys. They calling it menstrual equity. I think it's equity. Did I write equity? Equity. Yeah. Menstrual equity. They say boys need pads too. The 510, the Bay Area is checking in. What it do? Us. People who came out there, mama monkeys, with a meat. Us people, you. We need pads. I didn't grow up needing pads, or did I? I don't remember. He said, just when you think you heard it, so you turn on the Willie Williams Show. I'm trying to tell you something. You're gonna see things around here that you ain't gonna see nowhere else. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to have us good parents be educated on the things that's going on out here in the street, the things that they're trying to put in our churn school and in our churn life out here. And I know you think that this is possibly just in one district or something like that. Right? No. You would be wrong for that thought process. I'm just trying to tell you something. Parents, well, hey, you people, have you ever needed a pad? Have you ever needed a tampon? See, pads is different than tampons. Tampons is the stick-ups. Have you ever needed one? As a player out here, listen. This is a safe space, a safe place. You can speak. We have the permission to speak freely around here in these streets. Have you ever, ladies, have you ever had a man who needed pads? Have you ever raised a son that needed like a pad or something like that? I just want to know, because maybe it's not them, maybe it's us. Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe we've been having it wrong for a very, 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 very long time out here in these streets. Listen. Look.
The committee to vote no on this amendment for a few reasons: practical, financial, social, emotional. First, there are a lot of schools that are moving towards gender-neutral bathrooms, and if we add female, we might become obsolete very quickly. Second, not all students who menstruate are female. We need to make sure that all students have access to these products. There are obviously less non-female menstruating students, and therefore their usage will be much slower. And that was actually calculated into the cost of this and how much we decided to fund it. And so we do not expect that the non-female menstruating students will use these products as much as the students using female bathrooms, but it's important to have them there. And that brings me to just the social emotional reasons for that. These students who are not female, who menstruate, face a greater stigma and barrier to asking for these products, and so providing them in an easily accessible place in all student bathrooms is particularly important for those students.
This is the Minnesota House, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Minnesota House. They call House File 44. House File 44. School districts required to provide access to menstrual products for students operating capital aid increase to fund school district purchase of menstrual products and money appropriated. Remember back in our day, y'all, for people who went to school like in the 80s and stuff like that right there, I think that it came to my attention like in the 90s to where the females was like, well, why we can't have menstrual products inside the bathrooms. This was in the 90s. I remember those type of conversations, things like that right there. So, you got to ask yourself this right here. Since the females couldn't get it, since women, people who came out there mama monkey with a monkey, could not get feminine menstrual products inside of their restrooms back then and or now. Females couldn't get it. Guess who just got the ability to get it done? Females who is not all females. Females who is not females is getting it done. The LGBT community is getting menstrual products in all bathrooms now. Ladies, y'all have to think. Y'all used to be like the most powerful voice. Used to. Past tense. Someone has stepped in front of you. And that's the LGBT community out here. Yeah. Watch. With the support of people who came out their mama monkey with a monkey. I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest when y'all been sitting around here telling us men can be women too, and females was championing that, pushing that forward. They are women too. I guess they women too. They getting stuff done for the non-female females. Yeah. Hold on. We ain't even much done. Listen, we just getting started. You say, we was never heard first. You say, don't speak the truth, Willie. They gonna flag our show. Oh, man, Jesus. Damn it, we need to pray to the Lord. But I am more inclined to say, hey, we need to put religion back in school. I can't. We don't went too far. Just in my opinion, I think we as a society, a small portion of the society has went too far, but it's the larger part of society who is backing up the smaller part of society. Shout out to Prophet Made for the $2 cash out. Say driving these kids crazy every day possible. That's what's up. That's what's getting done. Shout out to Lancelot for being a member for 8 months. Say good day to you, Willie, sir. And I hope the rest of your day is awesome for you. Cheers, mate. I appreciate that right there. Thank you. He say they allowed the lighter hues to get into their heads. This is just such a day. This is such a big day. I do not understand. I am trying to understand. I am trying to be more informed and more understanding and more educated on the subject. This is what I'm trying to do, because maybe they not the problem. Maybe it's us. I don't know. Maybe it's us. Maybe it is us. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this thing together. We have a conversation out here in these streets with a player of them. And this conversation, it may shock y'all. It may shock y'all because we're going to have a dog hue player and a lighter hue sister have a conversation, go back and forth about this situation. It may shock you. It just may shock you. Woo! Shout out to Huncho for the $2 super chat. He say, still dined with that chemistry bath last night. Go ahead and get it in. Listen, y'all got to soak. I'm going to leave it there. If y'all want to hear about the chemistry bath, y'all got to go to the show from last night. Because, boy, we had such a great time out here in these streets trying to tell you something. Shout out to Warren Solo for the $2 super chat. He say, hit the thumbnail, then the thumbs up. That's law. I appreciate that right there. Shout out to Mr. Gino for being a member for 9 months. He say, this show needs to be on every TV at noon, coast to coast. I am in agreement with you. Y'all, let's go ahead on to Isaiah out here. Isaiah from The Factor, Uncensored. We got a conversation.
Censored.
All right, it's time for that second half of The Factor Uncensored. Now, strap yourselves in. We're kicking off the second half of The Factor Uncensored. Now, what's considered to be an uncomfortable subject menstruation products or period products, like when women have their periods.
Hold on. Shout out to Latricia for the $20 cash out, say, for being a breath of fresh air. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do.
Why? A bill is under consideration for making those items available in the girls' and boys' restrooms of charter schools in Minnesota. Democratic Representative Sandra Feast is fighting for this very big change. Let's bring in our guests, Representative Ron Reynolds and Conservative Angela Box. So they want to
say, I heard Willie would have Asian with his baby hair last night. That's what's up.
Take those products and put them in.
Like the way you described it.
Yes.
People even have time to, it's like, it's tough to even say those products. But anyway, you guys know what's going on.
Yes.
So if there needs to be period products or menstruation products in the boys' bathroom, elementary, middle school, depending on when the girls get their situation.
You can't even say it.
You can't even, it's so stupid. Look, the biggest horror of the transgender movement is the promotion of mental illness over objective reality. You cannot choose your own gender, period, end of story. And this is what conservatives are talking about when we're talking about groomers and grooming. This is the grooming of children to think that you can choose your own gender, which is causing a massive uptick in trans youth suicides, by the way. And the idea that kids can't, you know, a child under 18 can't vote, can't get a tattoo, can't join the military, can't smoke, but somehow we're going to have them insert puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones and mutilate their genitals and chop off their breasts. It is sick, it is demonic, and that is what the left has come to. And I am very curious to hear how you're going to defend this.
She stepped on some toes right there. She say, speak, sister, I'm trying to taste something. Damn it, when the truth is the truth and the truth is being displayed, I love it, I love it, I love it. Shout out to Dun Dun for the $5 super chat. Say, Willie, remember the old days when they were burning women for being witches? Say, should we bring back that era, or should we bring that era back? I don't know, because I'm for women's lib out here in these streets. But damn it, if they go to burning them, then we ain't got nothing to get burnt from. Don't even much worry about it tomorrow, STD Friday. But look. She pointed out a few things that was made sense. That just made sense. Here we go. Oh, and the left is typically Democrats when people speaking. On the left, Democrats. On the right, Republicans. That's what's up, in case you don't know.
Here's the thing.
Come on.
Angela is demonstrating that Republicans are out of touch with the LGBTQ community. There is a growing number of transgender children, and this Democratic representative, which I'll admit, I wouldn't file the legislation, but I would vote for it. I understand the reason why she filed it. There are so many transgender children that need to have their identity protected. In other words, these young men who are these women who are now have been making themselves to be boys, they have a need for these products. This representative was saying that, hey, we don't want to further have a stigma. There are many gender neutral bathrooms now. We don't want to be able to delineate between the genders because there are a growing number of transgender children. So this is to protect them. This is to give them dignity. And contrary to what Angela said, the reason why there's an uptick in suicide is because they're not supported.
That's
Boy, stop. Say, Willie, I'm giving you 2 likes, one on my phone and one on my TV. I'm watching you on both. I appreciate that right there.
There's a stigma attached to it.
But before we get to that, Angela, hold on. So, Ron, for those who are parents out there, what do you say to those who say, now I have...
He said that this is one of the biggest reasons that that our trans brothers and sisters is leaving Earth early.
have to explain all of this to my little boy who may be in a restroom with a transgender, and What is this tampon for? Why can't I have it, mommy or daddy?
Well,
what does that mean?
I think
Well,
it's
you can.
Well, I think it's a responsible parent would be able to have that conversation with the children. It's better than to get it on the streets. In other words, sex ed. It's better when the parents talk to the kids about sex than get it in the streets. So I think it's a responsible parent. I have kids. I'm having those kind of conversations now because it's happening in public schools.
This is not a debate on sex ed. This is a debate on pushing a literally insane ideology onto children. Now, if grown-ass adults want to mutilate their bodies and shove hormones, cross-sex hormones, into their bodies the rest of their lives, that is their choice. This should not be done with children. That is the problem that parents and people, just regular citizens like me, have a massive problem with the radical left. They have gone so far insane that you're sitting here and defending putting tampons in a boy's bathroom. And let's not even forget about this. This girl, and she is a girl, she could be sexually assaulted. And if she is, guess who's on the hook for that? The school. Oh, but the school said she could use the bathroom, so they're off the hook. Do you see? And the way you had to convolute yourself to justify your response was astonishing.
Democrats are a
But
big
really
tent
quick,
party
what do
that
you
protects.
think is the right age for a child to decide that they may want to be the other sex or non-binary?
When they are 18 years old and they want to be a grown adult doing it, should not be in the schools. And parents have seen what the last 2 years brought when they got to see the Zoom calls. These radicalized teachers that are inserting sexualized language into literally everything, pride everything, and this and that. And it's hip to be trans now. It's disgusting.
Republicans are out of touch. There's an assault on the LGBT community.
Not true.
Love is love and wrong is wrong. And Republicans are out of touch with expanding and protecting human dignity for all children.
Biological reality trumps mental illness.
Bam! Mic drop, bars, done. I don't know. Damn it, that was beautiful. That right there was beautiful. I don't understand. And I am so saddened. I am so saddened at our dog you brother. He said, I blame Obama. Say, Willie, look up the word cigarette in French. Oh, I already know that. I can't even say the word. It's an F word. It's an F word. The cigarette word, I think, in French is the F word. It goes, well, it's the word that we used to say, but you can't say it no more because it's a discriminatory word used against the LGBT. So we can't. So I'm trying to let y'all know what the word cigarette is somewhere else. We can't use the word no more. It's a problem. Say, Willie, don't get Willie banned, please don't.
It's time for that second half of the Factor Uncensored. Now, strap yourselves in. We're kicking off the second half of the Factor Uncensored. Now,
shout out to T Lee for the $5 super chat. It say, be careful with this story. Willie say, my basic comments won't post. Oh, wow.
what's considered to be an uncomfortable subject?
This is why I have been saying that maybe we got it wrong, or maybe I got it wrong. I don't know. Maybe they do need tampons. It's 2023. I'm not in the schools. I don't know.
Menstruation products or period products, like when women have their periods. Why a bill is under consideration for making those items available in the girls' and boys' restrooms.
Now, watch this. Because I just thought about this right here. Pads should be, if we're going to put pads in school, pads should be in the boys' and the girls' bathroom. I'm in agreement. I am in agreement. But the reason I'm saying that it should be in both, if all of the bathroom, yeah, the reason it should be in both because we got our transgender brothers. Our trans men, I think that's called, because it's trans women and trans men. So the trans men would need the menstrual products, right? I hope I'm making sense.
Of charter schools in Minnesota. Democratic Representative Sandra Feast is fighting for this very big change. Let's bring in our guests, Representative Ron Reynolds and Conservative Angela Box. So they want to take those products and put them in.
Like the way you described it.
Yes.
People even have time to, it's like, it's tough to even say those products. But anyway.
It ain't tampons and pads, man. But I do understand the older our older brothers out here in the street, they tend to not really speak about menstruation stuff, even though we enjoy menstruation stuff and all that, even though we got to purchase it, even though we may have kids, but it's still, oh my God, it's hard for us to say it. We say monkey. We say that cooter. We talk about that, but we can't talk about the stuff that come out of it. Hell, we talk about the other things that come out of it, churn. We talk about the other things that come out of it, child support. You know what I'm saying? So it just be throwing me off when players don't want to speak on that monkey. You can say it, pads, they bleed on it. Somebody saying pads was constructed for war, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what was said. Somebody had a question or a comment. Hold on. Damn it, I dropped down. You say, why tampons? My mom taught me you don't use those unless you're sexually active. So junior kids shouldn't be. Say, and if that's that big of a deal, then bring their own. That will stop all of that. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. But what they is trying to do, they is trying to use the funds, the school funds, for it to be free. Y'all do know that that's a Democrat type thing. That's a left type thing. Free stuff. And we believe that stuff is really free. No. Free comes from the taxpayers. Free is paid by the taxpayers. Yeah. They worrying about pads and stuff for the boys' bathroom. But we have issues still with books and, curriculums and stuff that things that need to be bought. Air conditions and shit. Hell, they can put that type of money into having healthier choices at the school so these children don't be obese in school. Or at least is a way to fight away or fight against obesity. But we want to put it in males' bathrooms. That's what's up.
You guys know what's going on.
Yes.
So if there needs to be period products or menstruation products in the boys' bathroom, elementary, middle school, depending on when the girls get their situation.
They period. I feel them, pimp. Go ahead. Shout out to Anna Zed for the $3 cash out. I appreciate that right there.
You can't even say it.
You can't even, it's so stupid. Look, the biggest.
When it's strange that we can't say it, but we typically don't get a piece of monkey when the period is on. But we can't say the word period. I don't understand. Go ahead.
Horror of the transgender movement.
She say this whore. Shout out to our lighter you sister out here in the street. Go ahead, baby.
Is the promotion of mental illness over objective reality.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's my opinion. That's my thought process too. But watch this. I could be wrong. I don't know everything.
You cannot choose your own gender.
Go ahead.
Period. End of story.
It should be, that's it, right? But we could be wrong.
And this is what conservatives are talking about when we're talking about groomers and grooming. This is the grooming of children to think that you can choose your own gender, which is causing a massive uptick in trans youth suicides, by the way.
That's an excellent point. See, when we keep pushing this delusion, people, they will actually believe it. And then when they are not accepted as such, then that may cause them to leave Earth early. I don't want to say certain words out here because they get offended. YouTube get offended. So you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. Say he should just say the issue of blood. They said an issue of blood. Yeah, blood.
And the idea that kids can't, a child under 18 can't vote, can't get a tattoo, can't join the military, can't smoke, but
cannot, under 18, they cannot choose an older sex partner either. Remember that.
Somehow we're going to have them insert puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones and mutilate their genitals.
Mutilate. I love that word. Mutilate the genitalias. Yeah. You can do it. I don't know where y'all been. But we have talked about this right here before. Students have minors have choices. They can get it cut off. They can get it They can get it redesigned. They can take out the Damn it, I just had the thing right there. They can take out the computer processor, put in a new computer processor. Shout out to Esther for the $3 cash app. Say, where do the boys insert the tampons out here in these streets? I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out.
And chop off their breasts. It is sick. It is demonic, and that is what the left has come to. And
they don't kill your meat. It's a sin.
I am very curious to hear how you're going to defend this.
And do y'all actually understand that he really didn't defend it? He really didn't. Watch this.
Here's the thing.
Come on, tell me.
Angela is demonstrating that Republicans are out of touch with the LGBTQ community.
But it's out of touch because the Republicans do not agree with their delusion. Go ahead.
There is a growing number of transgender children, and this Democratic representative, which I'll admit, I wouldn't file the legislation, but I would vote for it.
You wouldn't file the legislation, but you will vote for it. So you in agreement then.
I understand the reason why she filed it. There are so many transgender children that need to have their identity protected. In other words,
identity protected, the identity that they choose, which is a delusion. So the delusion need to be protected, basically, is what he's saying. Got it.
Whereas these young men who are these women who are now have been making themselves to be boys, they
stop. It was confusing to him to get that sentence out. Let me back him just a smidge. Watch how he tried to explain it.
Children that need... I wouldn't file the legislation, but I would vote for it. I understand the reason why she filed it. There are so many transgender children that need to have their identity protected. In other words, these young men... Go ahead. Who are these women who are now... have been... making themselves to be boys.
Making themselves to be boys. So they're not boys. They're making themselves to be boys. So the women who turn themselves into boys, they do need menstrual products. That's what I was doing. That's why I said what I was saying. Well, okay, then they do need to be in the male's bathroom too, because we have our transgender boys or our trans men, because they're children, our transgender boys going to the boys' bathroom, right? But they girls. But they boys. Confusing, right? I'm trying to help. Shout out to I Dodge the Trap for the $2 super chat. He say, why they push this so hard with us melanated men? Ooh, that's why I say, I'm disappointed in them right now. I don't understand.
Have a need for these products. This representative was saying that, hey, we don't want to further have a stigma. There are many gender neutral bathrooms now. We don't want to be able to delineate between the genders.
We don't want to be able to delineate between the genders. Wait, what?
Because there are a growing number of transgender children. So this is to protect them. This is to give them dignity. And
it's to give them dignity to continue the lie. So we're giving dignity to people who are delusional, dignity to people who are liars. That's what we got going on in the great United States of America.
Contrary to what Angela said, the reason why there's an uptick in suicide is because they're not supported.
No. The uptick in suicide has been because a lot of them had switched over and they didn't like it, or they didn't agree with it, or they went further in depression. That's why them numbers is high.
There's a stigma attached to it.
But before we get to that, Angela, hold on. So, Ron, for those who are parents out there, what do you say to those who say, now I have to explain?
We ain't got to explain nothing. We good parents. Figure it out. Listen, that's what we need to tell our children. Figure it out. Come around me, ask me no dumb-ass question. Why they got the pads in the bathroom? Damn it, in case you get cut. Listen. That's a good way to... Especially if they have like the pads inside the restrooms. This is just in case you get cut. This like a big Band-Aid before you get the little one. You know, but you're going to have to hold it. Depends on where you get cut at. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get cut up under the arm, you put it there and just keep your arm down. Or something like that right there. It's to help to clot the blood. Yeah. That's how you explain it to your children. Hell, listen, to all you parents, do you want me to explain it to your children? I'm here to help. I am really here to help. We ain't done. We just getting started. Go on, put this here up. Wait, this might be the wrong one. How y'all doing it? Wait. People might. I think I got the wrong thing. Hold on, whoa, slow me down. Oh, all right, here we go.
Downtown Raleigh today, highlighting the need to provide free feminine hygiene products in North Carolina schools.
It's known as the Menstrual Equity for All Act. And
Menstrual Equity for All Act. They need them to be free. Go ahead.
CBS 17's Dina Harley found out those behind that push say it's a topic that impacts thousands of students.
Okay.
These are stories that you hear about from third world countries, but unfortunately, it's happening right here in North Carolina.
That's a national coalition of 100 black women. I think that's what it say. Yep. National coalition of 100 black women. That's all y'all got? And can you get more? Like if y'all get like 3 more people, is y'all gonna change it to like 101 black women? But go ahead.
Fortunately, it's happening right here in North Carolina.
LaToya Counts, a leader in the Queen City chapter of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, is talking about access, or a lack thereof, of menstrual products.
The reality is that for roughly half the population, menstrual products are one of those key essential items that they need to live and survive.
Wait, hold up. Slow me down, baby. Listen, I don't mean to laugh. I just got to take it as it comes. Hold on. Bam. Wait. I thought I saw something. Wait, listen. Did y'all just hear what that baby said? That's what she said. In case you missed it. Hold on. Let me just a smidget. Just a little nudge. About right. 17 regular, 17 super. That's for regular monkeys, and that's for blown out monkeys. But go ahead. Go.
Menstrual products.
The reality is that for roughly half the population, menstrual products are one of those key essential items that they need to live and survive.
Menstrual products is what is needed to live and survive. To live and survive. Not food. Not water. You say, Willie, do you say the monkeys is blue eye? A lot of monkeys is, yeah. Say ballistic monkeys. Yeah. Things done. Labia is everywhere. That blue, boop, is out. But look. Say key products including weave. Yeah. Why? She got to say that fly shit there again. Go ahead, baby.
The reality is that for roughly half the population, menstrual products are one of those key essential items that they need to live and survive.
I bet she got a degree. Boy, listen, you can't tell me that she ain't got no damn degree. Shout out to Warren Solo for the $5 super chat. He says some of them are so brave to leave Earth, but not brave enough to take criticism. Say make it make sense. Absolutely correct. I like that right there.
On Tuesday, activists, lawmakers, and North Carolina students called on the General Assembly to give more funding to provide those products for free in schools and to also remove the sales tax from those items.
So y'all want it for free and remove the sales tax. Shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. He say people out here misusing education. Absolutely correct. He say so tampons for dinner with the side of pads.
They say when K through 12 students can't afford pads or tampons, their academic life suffers.
Stop. When K through 12 students cannot afford wait. I just caught what she said. He said when K through 12 cannot afford menstrual products. Is that what she said? Hold on. I don't want to get it wrong. Here we go.
When K through 12 students can't afford pads or tampons.
Do anybody hear a problem? Did anybody just hear a problem with what she had to say? I just want to know. I need your help out here. Say, yeah, I had a problem at the school because I didn't have no pads. He said tampons and a slingshot is a poor man's Nerf gun. Did y'all miss it? I think that y'all miss it. I think you got it. K. When should your churn? When should your daughter need pads and or tampons? Shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. He say I'm crying. Say I'm confused, Willie. Yeah. That baby say K through 12. He said K through 12 need a job out here. That's what she said.
Free in schools and to also remove the sales tax. Activists, lawmakers, and North Carolina students called on the General Assembly to give more funding to provide those products for free in schools and to also remove the sales tax from those items. They say when K through 12 students can't afford pads or tampons, their academic life suffers.
So you mean to tell me if a first grade, if my first grader getting C's and D's, it's because I ain't bought her no pads. Or I have not supplied her with the things that she need to live and survive with. Huh? So y'all, if y'all children failing, hell, specifically your daughters, if they failing in school, maybe you need to start supplying pads and or tampons. So it's our fault. So what they also tell us is that they is finna put pads at the elementaries too. Go ahead.
This often leads to monthly absences that impact student learning due to being sent to the front office to get menstrual products or even students going home early.
Stop. So you mean to tell me that they good parents know that they bleed? Or a good parent knows every month that their child is going to bleed for the time that they start to bleed, right? Typically. Not all females menstruate. Well, not all people who menstruate are females. So let's be clear. We don't want to offend. Shout out to C-Note for the $4.99 super chat. Say, why can't we spend our tax dollars on monkey rejuvenation instead of pads? That's a good one. Shout out to Logan for the $2 super chat. He say, bet they got iPhones, though. I'm so glad you just throw that in there. I'm so glad you throw them a curveball just then. They tend to miss school. They tend to have to go down to the office, down to the nursing station to get sanitary napkins. Shout out to Esther for the $1 cash out. Say free pass for kids, but adults still gotta pay. What? It's crazy out here in these streets. And they want the sales tax taken off of a product. All products have to pay taxes. The company, the people who manufactures, have to pay taxes. But the purchaser don't want to pay taxes, and they want the law change to that.
Adding to the cost of it all is...
I got the... No, sugar. Say it again.
This often leads to monthly absences that impact student learning due to being sent to the front office to get menstrual products or even students going home early.
So whose fault is that, though, baby? I would think that it's us good parents. It has nothing to do with whether they're free in the school. Because a good parent at least would have taught the youth that if you ain't got no pad, you better get some toilet paper and wrap it around your hand and put it in your panties. Or just put it up there, because a lot of y'all children don't wear panties. But go ahead.
Adding to the cost of it all is the sales tax. In North Carolina, menstrual products are tagged as luxury items, not necessities.
I didn't know that they was luxury items, but go ahead.
The lawmakers say that tax only accounts for 0.0007% of the state's annual revenue, and so ditching the tax wouldn't impact the state, but it would impact families.
This is a drop in the bucket, but it would we know that eliminating the sales tax would have a huge impact on the wallets of working families, and especially the 20% of women and girls in North Carolina who live below the poverty line.
Stop. Baby, I almost let you slide. I can't do it. Come on.
Impact on the wallets of working families.
Yeah. And the sales tax will greatly impact
0.007% of the state's annual revenue, and so ditching the tax wouldn't impact the state, but it would impact families.
This is a drop in the bucket, but it would we know that eliminating the sales tax would have a huge impact on the wallets of working families, and especially the 20%.
Stop. Whoever edited this right here was Shaw. Is y'all paying attention? Is you paying attention to what your screen say? Is you paying attention to the pictures that's on the screen? But if you're just hearing my voice and you're not watching right now and you're watching it later, they edited it and they put the prices of pads on the screen. Thank y'all for seeing that. $3.99, $3.98, $3.99. They're cheap, y'all. Pads are not expensive like that. So if you eliminate the sales tax, this will greatly benefit families. Say it's $3.99 and they talking about taxes. Bitch, a Happy Meal is like 2 packs of those. I'm trying to tell you something. What? You let these babies talk, man.
Of women and girls in
it's still threes. They be having specials. If you have a Walgreens card, sometimes you can cut $1, man. What are we talking about? Yeah, stop taxes on food. Now, I am in agreement to that right there. He said pads is $15 in Phillies. Oh, Jesus. Well, y'all need to go on Amazon. You got to get your pads shipped in or something. 75 cents a month times 12, say you $8 a year. This is crazy.
North Carolina who live below the poverty line.
Even if you live below the poverty line, and we pointed out what's poverty for a single person, I think it was $18,000, if I'm not mistaken. Pads $249, $369, $399.
In Raleigh.
Hold on. I got the bag up this one over here too. She said something that was pointed. Shout out to Richard D for the $5 cash shot. He said that 85 cents really gonna help my family. I don't know what the 85 cents is supposed to buy you. I have no idea.
This often leads to monthly absences that impact student learning due to being sent to the front office to get menstrual products or even students going home early.
Adding to the cost of it all is the sales tax. In North Carolina, menstrual products are tagged as luxury items, not necessities. The lawmakers say that tax only accounts for 0.0007% of the state's annual revenue, and so ditching the tax wouldn't impact the state, but it would impact families.
This is a drop in the bucket, but it would we know that eliminating the sales tax would have a huge impact on the wallets of working families, and especially the 20% of women and girls in North Carolina who live below the poverty line.
20% of women and girls say Dollar General and Dollar Tree in every city. I'm trying to tell you something. It's 7-Eleven. Damn it, it's a racetrack. It's damn it. Listen, ladies. If y'all really like having like a hard time with buying your menstrual products, y'all should not be hunching. And hell, if you is hunching, at least use your monkey for a purpose. You mean to tell me when you finna go ahead on about to get peed in that you cannot tell him before he come around there pick you up some pads? Okay. But females is smarter than men. Say Walmart is dangerous. Yeah, it may be an event at Walmart at any given time. Be careful. Shout out to Esther for the $2 cash app. He said, this is why a woman could never be president. I am in agreement. I am so in agreement. 20% of the females in North Carolina is below poverty and all that fly stuff right there. Do y'all know that there's a number that have you at the poverty level? So it could be 18,650, right? But that person who made 18,651 is above that poverty. When you think that person is still in poverty, just because they done made $10 or $15 more, another $1,000 or something, you will still, in my mind, be in poverty. Just saying.
In Raleigh, Dina Harley, CBS 17 News.
That's what's up out of Harley. We ain't done. We ain't done. I'm feeling some type of way. I cannot believe the things that be coming out of people's mouths. I truly can't believe it. We got one more. Talking about this subject here, and then we're going to move on. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. Hold on. Wait a minute. I thought I had. I am slacking out here. Remember, share. Tell somebody about a player around here in these streets. I'm going on and grab. Wait a minute. Excuse me. I do. Oh, damn it. I moved it. Now, why would I do that? I got it, though. Okay, bam. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right. You got to know your, yeah. Wait a minute. I am so confused. Okay, well, since it wasn't going to let me do it like that, I just have to grab it like this. It's messing me up because I had things together. This is just wrong. Wait a minute. If I could stop this one first. Hold on. I got you. We made it, baby. I promise you. We made it. This is still speaking on the same subject about menstrual equity. Equality.
First part of the Biden administration replaced by something called birthing people, which, more of a mouthful, also slightly less romantic. You're a very beautiful birthing person. Anyway, women are back. Absolutely, they're back, and we have Roe v. Wade to thank for that. Only women get to weigh in on abortion, but this still raises the question, what is a woman? And in Oregon, that is a central question, and they still haven't figured it out. Oregon schools are now mandating tampons in the boys' bathroom. This is called menstrual equity, and you're getting it whether you want it or not. Jason Rance covers the Pacific Northwest, and it's unraveling for us. He's a radio show host in Seattle. He joins us now to confirm that this is a real story. Is it, Jason?
It is a real story. Democrat Governor Kate Brown signed something called the Menstrual Dignity Act, which, as you point out, forces elementary through high schools to put free tampons and menstrual pads in every single bathroom.
Menstrual Dignity for Students Toolkit. There's a whole toolkit. Here's a whole toolkit for administration.
Including the boys' bathrooms. And to ensure that schools actually comply with the law, the Oregon Department of Education released this toolkit for educators declaring that there's now a, quote, right to menstrual dignity for transgender, intersex, non-binary, and two-spirit students. Now,
what is two-spirit students? Somebody educate me real quick. What is two-spirit students? I've never heard of that term, so I need to be educated.
this toolkit offers some gender-affirming language recommendations to discuss the, quote, people who ovulate, instead of
people who ovulate.
Saying girls, you're supposed to say menstruating students.
Menstruating students. Oh my God. Listen, do y'all understand that this is coming from the left? This is who a whole bunch of y'all be voting for. Yeah, to be more careful. But look, watch. Hold on. I thought about this right here before, which is strange to me that I would say that the majority of Democrats have some type of religious affiliation. And y'all be voting for this type of stuff. But you have your religious conviction. Strange, ain't it?
And beyond these free tampons, the schools are supposed to provide gender-affirming, medically accurate instructions on how to use the products, which obviously you can't be medically accurate if you're pretending boys need tampons.
Like somebody asked earlier, well, how are they supposed to use it? How is the boy supposed to use it? So they have like instructions on how to use them.
On these free tampons, the schools are supposed to provide gender-affirming, medically accurate instructions on how to use
gender-affirming, medically active on how to use
the products, which obviously you can't be medically accurate if you're pretending boys need tampons. This might actually explain why there's only a 30% science proficiency rate for Oregon students, according to last year's data. And this is not unique to Oregon. California passed a law, and Illinois as well. In fact, just check out this moment from a debate where a Republican is trying to figure out why they're doing this.
Do males menstruate?
Senator Vale.
This bill is intended for people who menstruate.
It's for people who menstruate. She was asked a question, do males menstruate?
Senator Tracy.
Okay. Still not making the connection of why we put them in both restrooms.
So just for the record, boys won't be using the tampons for menstruation because, and it's weird to have to say this in 2022, boys don't menstruate.
So really, super quick, is Kate Brown real, or is she like computer generated just to like trigger the rest of us? I mean, she's a real person. She's an actual person, Kate Brown.
I have not done a deep dive investigation into that. Okay. I suspect it might be a hybrid of both. She's clearly programmed with some crazy things.
Say for people who menstruate, say meaning for so-called studs. Talking about our stud sisters out here in these streets. Say this is pure evil. Say unisex bathroom. Say trust me, men, you don't want to menstruate. Listen. I'm in agreement. You say this is funny, but it's very disappointing. This is where we are now, y'all. This is where we are as a society. Whether you knowing what's going on or not, this is going on in your society. We have to fight. People have to be fired. People have to be docked, paid. People have to be punished for saying that boys can't do what girls can do. Menstrually. When you say that, you are the problem. You are the problem. No one else. It's just you. Moving right along. Y'all moving right along. We done had some fun with that one right there. We got to go. Hell, we still finna stay in the schools. We finna stay in the schools because, as we know, we going to always have altercations at the schoolhouse. We going to always have it. A lot of times I do appreciate the things that transpire at schools out here. because there's a whole bunch of disrespect that's out here at the schools. And it's been going on for a very long time, and a lot of these students do not get checked. In my mind, I think that they need to be checked. If we check them early, once they become adults, they will understand certain things that you should not be doing. Because if you get checked now, you know when you get older, you can get checked for doing certain things. Well, a teacher done slammed one of these little good students out here in these streets.
Teacher in Richmond has been fired after a video went viral showing him slamming a student to the ground and shoving him out of the classroom.
What did the student do? Shout out to the Fitson for the $5 super chat. He say, I'm in Seattle. He say, I go to Portland to shoe shop, Nike factory. Portland police let the base heads hit the shit on the street. Needle or smoke, no jail. Life as we know it is changing, y'all.
Now, police are investigating the incident with the possibility of charges being filed. ABC 7 News senior education reporter Leanne Melendez has the details.
I'm not playing.
The video shows the substitute teacher exchanging words with the student before grabbing and slamming him on the ground as other students watched in disbelief. The teacher then forces the student out of the classroom. According to the West Contra...
Why they say that other students watch in disbelief? Because typically students get to misbehave and act the way that they want to act and nothing happens. That's why they in disbelief, and it's not regular stuff to them.
Costa Unified School District, prior to the incident, the student had made a racial slur.
There is no justifying it, but I just think he could have taken better precautions, like calling the principal or some authority.
Grown man don't call the principal for grown man stuff. Shout out to the Fitson for the $2 super chat. Say it again.
So I just think it was a bad move. I'll say that.
This parent, Irma Beltran, found the teacher's actions disturbing.
I'm feeling angry.
Okay.
The incident has rattled Richmond High. Today, ABC 7 News was given cell phone video of a gathering organized by the Black Student Union. They addressed other students, denouncing the use of any racial slurs and also asking the school to ensure everyone's safety. Those who have been taught by the substitute teachers say he's liked by students.
He was a pretty cool guy from when he subbed in my classrooms.
Yeah, he was just a normal teacher. He was just there and would just be there if we needed him.
The school
say I liked him. He said that's how you handle a mouthy thundercat. Exactly.
School district fired the teacher and issued this statement.
Nah, he done got fired. It's already a lack of teachers.
Student is safe.
It ain't like he tried to hunch the student.
With their family, and our school and district are fully investigating the incident. Also investigating the incident is Richmond Police. So far, it's not clear if charges will be filed against the teacher.
We will finish our investigation, conduct our interviews, and then we will forward that report to the district attorney, and then they will review the case and make an ultimate filing decision as far as whether this amounts to a felony crime, a misdemeanor crime, and what charges should be filed, if any.
Now he's facing charges. Do y'all understanding that this is not a small teacher? This is a big darky hue. And what students don't understand, you're going to watch your mouth. Oh, you need to watch your damn mouth. He said it. What? So he acting like them bitches. He acting like them babies out here. Knowing because he was raised by a mammy. Because he watched his mammy them talk slick and all that shit to men and nothing happens. Get up in the man's face and talk all slick. That's what he's watching, and that's what he knows. So he took a chance. He took a chance on a bigger teacher. Watch it. Look at their size. Look at the size.
Being filed. ABC 7 News senior education reporter Leanne Melendez has the details.
He ain't no little teacher. They almost about the same height, but he ain't little. He's bigger than him, so he ain't little.
I'm not playing.
Grab it quick. Boy, where's your dad? Boy, if this here would have transpired with your daddy, you wouldn't have been in class mouthing off. You really wouldn't. Shout out to Lundy for the $2 super chat. You say aches and pains mint salt and soak the kid kid to be okay. Yeah. Put his ass in some Epsom salt or something like that right there and tell him to hush while he in the tub. While he crying shit in the tub. My elbow hurt. Mama.
The video show.
Did you hear what the teacher said? Say it again. I'll punch you in your
I'm not playing.
a little soft ass churn.
The video shows the substitute teacher exchanging words with the student before grabbing and slamming him on the ground as other students watched.
Now that's what need to happen. I support the teacher. That's what need to happen because they are unruly. They are unruly out here in these streets. This is your problem. Moving right along. Hey, listen, teacher. Amazon them is hiring, and Amazon them gonna pay you more than what you get paid at by being a teacher. For being a teacher. Yeah. You could possibly go like to Walmart or something like that and make more than what you was making as a teacher out here in these streets. Trying to tell you something. When all across this damn country, people have a shortage. There is a shortage of teachers, and we just gonna fire them. What about the investigation? No, nothing. This is not what we're gonna do. Let's see. Hold on, wait.
And now to
Okay. We finna move right along, y'all, so we go on and get you on up out of here, man. I really do appreciate y'all being around here, having a good little time. This is a disappointing story. This is a real disappointing story. Oh, because, we uplift. We uplift nurses. You know, the CNAs, the LPN, the BSN, the RNs, all the N's. We even let CNAs call themselves nurses. You know, we ain't arguing it. All right. You a nurse too. Do your thing, baby. This is a sad day out here. Because we thought that we had a whole bunch of nurses. We thought we had a whole bunch of nurses in the great United States of America, and we need more and more and more. Every year we need more and more and more nurses. So we thought that we already had like a lot of them. I didn't know they out here with that fake paperwork. Got to be more.
Crime alert in Miami, where federal authorities announced more than 24 arrests in a ring that sold fake nursing diplomas nationwide. And there are more arrests to come. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live with this developing story. Roy.
When I tell you I'm going to print out my own degrees and certifications, promise you.
Nicole, this was a $114 million scheme where nursing schools based right here in South Florida sold those fake diplomas at $15,000 a pop. Those students would then take that diploma and in some cases obtain nursing jobs without even having the proper training.
They got 15 grand for a piece of paper? Was it 15 grand for the piece of paper or the 15 grand stating like they went through the course and they completed the course? Shout out to Jay King. Jay King. Hold up, wait a minute. It jumped so fast when I want to talk about this right here. Jay King for the $4.99 super chat say they the biggest 304s and crooks. I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to the Fitsim for the $2 super chat. He say BBL be well. Yeah, fake nurses.
U.S. Attorney for the Southern District, Mackenzie LaPointe, surrounded by federal agents to announce the results of Operation Nightingale.
He say 15K per. He say no black babies got that fake paperwork. Believe in me, they got that fake paperwork too. They got it too. This popping in Miami.
A scheme where fake diplomas and transcripts were sold to thousands of people across the country in order to work as registered nurses.
The last thing we want to learn is that the nurses...
Hold on. But they got the jobs, though.
Administering the medications, the ones charged with carrying out doctor's order, took shortcuts on their clinical training and used fake nursing diplomas to get their licenses and jobs.
Shout out to TW for the $2 super chat. He say another job opportunity for you, Willie. Yeah, you absolutely correct. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, thousands of people have taken this shortcut.
7,600 that.
So, are they wrong for taking the shortcut? If they can do the job? Hold on. Remember, we spoke about it too, to where you have to go through all of these prereqs and then go through the actual course that you're trying to accomplish, the thing that you're trying to get a degree in. And once you finish that, you took your final and everything, now you got the degree. But before you can actually practice as an RN in hospitals, you have to pass what is called the NCLEX. And we thought that, damn it, that's a problem. I just went through the course. Why the hell do I need to pass the NCLEX? In our mind, it's only about that paper. That's really all it is. Shout out to Logan for the $2 super chat. He said it was a inside job. Hospitals telling to fill gaps.
Federal agents are aware of. 30% of those who purchased the $15,000 fake diplomas went on to sit for.
I could have printed that out. I could have printed that right there out, but they're finna say something. Here we go.
Aware of. 30% of those who purchased the $15,000 fake diplomas went on to sit for state exams, even passing them.
The state exam is the NCLEX. Watch this. That just wasn't no everyday people spending 15 grand for that. In my mind, these was people who went through the course and maybe failed the course. In my mind, yeah. In my mind, this was probably people who was in the course and didn't want to continue to go on with the course, but they had enough information to go ahead on and pass the NCLEX. So, if the people who go through all the prereqs, then go through the course to get the diploma, and then pass the NCLEX, let us know as a people, because you have to pass the NCLEX to function as an RN in the hospitals. So if we look at them as real nurses, real RN nurses, because they passed the NCLEX, shouldn't we look at the people who didn't take the course and spent the 15 grand and then spent the 400 for the NCLEX as real RNs? Huh? Damn it, I'm thinking it through. Shout out to the FitSim for the $2 super chat. The cartel finance some folks too, probably.
Use those fake credentials to sit for state board examinations.
But they pass your state bar examinations, though. They pass your state bar. So that should say something about that person. Because you're not just going to wake up, okay, I'm finna go spend 15 and then spend 4. Y'all do know that the NCLEX is like $400 every time you take it. So they spunt that and then spunt the 4 to take your little pit ass state test and passed it. In my mind, I think that they should be nurses.
Obtain their nursing licenses and ultimately get jobs at hospitals.
We learned the 3 nursing schools selling the fake documents were based right here in South Florida.
Right.
One at the Palm Beach School of Nursing in West Palm Beach, another at the Siena College of Health in Lauderhill, and at Sacred Heart International Institute in Fort Lauderdale.
25 individuals have been charged across multiple states with wire fraud.
So it's not just people in Florida. It's not just people in Miami, West Palm Beach. It's people across the United States.
Crimes, including conspiracy.
While agents
they say $15,000 is a real price. They are real RNs. I'm in agreement.
have already identified several facilities where people may be working as licensed nurses who obtain those jobs illegally. The concern is the safety of the patients being treated by them.
To date, we have not learned of nor uncovered any evidence of patient harm stemming from these individuals.
Stop. So that should have us questioning. There has been not now problem with patients who these nurses is caring for. Shout out to Swaggy D for the $1 cash out. So they not real N-words. Pastor, oh, nurses. Hey, man. Listen. That should say something about y'all having people going through all this school and all this other training. It points out that all that schoolwork is not needed. Think about it. They have not. There has not been one problem reported by these due to the fake nurses. Not now problem. So they took the shortcut for them to get their license. And not now problem. There's people who did it the long way, and they have had problems as nurses. Say, Willie, a lot of them were medical professionals in other countries. That's a good point. Oh, that's a good point right there. So they already had the education, but they couldn't bring over that they were RNs RNs in other countries. They can't bring that paperwork over and work in the great United States of America because we is on different standards around here in these streets.
Stemming from these individuals.
Wow.
So 21 arrests have already been made. 2 more are expected over the next few days. As a result, agents have notified nursing boards across the country. For now in downtown Miami, Roy Ramos, Local 10.
So if they have notified, hey, yeah. So the nursing boards across the country can look at where your diploma came from, and if your diploma came from any of them 3 facilities, you out. Even though you probably a damn good employee. You probably a damn good employee, but they finna let you go. Like I've been saying a lot of times, school should not take that long when you also have to do on-the-job training. School shouldn't take that damn long. It shouldn't take you 3, 4, 5 years to become no damn RN. Why? When you still have to do on-the-job training. Listen, you teach a little basics and shit, and then you put me on the floor. Hey, teach me some basics, and then I do my clinicals. 3, 4 months clinicals. And let me complete the damn course. Because you're going to have to do on-the-job training regardless. You say, I disagree, Willie, for a doctor. Yes, I do disagree for a doctor. I'm just talking about nurses. And the doc. Well. I would just say it like this right here. For the doctors who is doing surgeries, because not all doctors do surgeries. Because the things that doctors do, for the ones that don't do surgery, they feed off of the RN. The things that the RNs have written down on your paperwork. They tell what is your problem, and then you tell them your problem, and then they write all of that right there, and then they go to the nurse's desk. They put it all in the computer, and then the doctor gets the notes from the RN. He read over them, and whatever they say that their pain is, they look up whatever that pain is, and because they don't have everything in their head, and it helps them make the best decision for the patient. But the RNs, the RNs do the real work. Absolutely correct. Say the RNs keeps you alive. You is correct. The doctor come in to tell you, the doctor come in at the end to tell you what it is and the things that we're going to prescribe to you. The course of action that we're going to take. But for the surgeons though, they need practice because they don't want to learn on the job. OJT should not apply to surgeons. You better know the hell that you doing before you get on around here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to know. You say you have to learn your basic math and English. You say, Willie, you have to learn The anatomy, Willie, you have to go to medical school, so you have to learn how to write prescriptions. Well, the only thing that they do is scribble. Oh, that's the signature. Hell, but they type out the prescription. You can have a list of problems, all type of ailments and all that stuff, and they have, like, over here, the prescriptions that's for these ailments. And whoever is sponsoring the doctor, whoever get a doctor the bigger bag, that's what the doctor is going to prescribe. I don't think it's as difficult as a lot of us may think it is with certain things. This is why I say, yes, your schooling for surgeons need to be intense. It needs to be intense. Yeah, we got to learn anatomy and all that fly stuff right there. I get you. No. I get you. Shit should not take all these years when you still have... I'm talking about the nurses. Because the nurses, they don't do surgery. It should not take all these years to become an RN. It just shouldn't. The majority of the things that's in your syllabus, the majority of your prereqs and all that shit, you would not use that in your career. The majority of the stuff that you learn in courses, you don't use it. Y'all, I need for people to really understand, it's a way for them to get money. The longer they have you in school is the more courses that you have to take. The more courses you have to take, the more books you have to buy. The longer you be in the school, the more tuition you have to pay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is how this works. So in my mind, it should not take all that time, but I do understand business. I do understand the hustle. We gonna stretch this shit out. Notice something though. The books change every year. Why is the books changing every year? That's because they want to continue to get money. If the books change every year, you can't pass the book down. You can't buy a used book. Because the book's changing every year. Or every other year. So when we may think, yeah, Willie, it should take 4, 5, 6 years to become an RN. That's because we're not thinking it through. The majority of the stuff, like regular school shouldn't have took 13 years. In my mind, let me tell you how I know it don't have to take 13 years. Watch this. Because you could get a GED at 16. Because the majority of stuff that's taught in school, we don't need. The things that we actually need is not taught in school. So, notice this. You've been in school for 13 years. You go get a job. You still have to do what? On-the-job training. A lot of these jobs, none of the stuff that you learned in school, a lot of the stuff that you learned in school, you don't use it on these jobs. Shout out to all the people who was over 30 and 40 and just have been working 10, 15, 20 years. Just think back to all the stuff that you did from grade school to getting your diploma. Think of all of those classes that you took. Have you used it yet? You know, like geometry, trigonometry, algebra 3. Nah, you still ain't used it. That's what's up. He said, my husband took his GED in one day back in the 80s. I'm trying to tell you something. Say, Willie, in cosmetology school, you need theory and practical as well. Do we really though? When being a cosmetologist is also on the job. Now, when you're dealing with like the chemicals, okay, we're going to practice with chemicals. Like with hair color changing. Yeah. You say trig and geometry for engineers. Now listen, I say then you take those courses if you're trying to become an engineer. Yeah, home economics. They could have did better with home ec. They could have actually taught people how to cook. They could have taught people healthy meals and actually how to prepare them. That's what could have been taught. See, home economics should have been the whole home economics, because really they just taught food. Every now and then they would talk about the finances and stuff like that because you have to pay for the food. But there was no financial, there was no financial 4 years. 4 years you have to take a financial, just like we had to take math for 4 years. We had to take English for 4 years. I think social studies for 3 years and maybe science for 2 years. There was no finances. There was no growing your own food. Wait, what? Nah. Stuff that you was going to actually need. This is why when people graduate and they become adults and they get out on their own, they're lost. They was not taught how to live on their own. You say, I use computer programs more than anything else, 100% spreadsheets and presentation in office we use daily. That's what's up. Financial literacy needs to be taught in grade school. Yes, financial literacy need to be taught from kindergarten on up. You say high school, is that phonics? Phonics, aka Morse created the alphabet. He said, help me from worshiping. Damn it, it jumped. Wait a minute. But this is why he said I had computer sciences, PowerPoint, Excel was hard as hell. But think about that right there. Computers was taught to us in school. That was great because now all we do is be on the computer. That made sense. Everything is ran by computers. That made sense. That was real good of them to teach us that right there early. Like as soon as computers came out to the public. Yeah. So I just really don't think shit don't take that long. Oh. Say yes, computers was taught. Yeah. Computers was taught when I was in elementary, like back in the 80s. Yeah. Children can't even read the clock. They don't even know how to read a clock. They don't know how to read the analog. If that shit ain't digital, bitch don't know what time it is out here in these streets. School was boring. Yes, it was. And that's why I wanted to get out of school by the time I was 14 to 15. I was sick of school. Say I have a original IBM computer. Say Willie, Word, Excel, PowerPoint is a difficult word processing program. Say I practice all day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But notice something. That wasn't the main subjects in school that was taught. So they teach us stuff that really don't need much matter. Why did you need math for 4 years? Why? When they pretty much taught the same thing in 4 years. So in order to compete in the world today, you need an education. Yeah, I'm in agreement. But we're not being educated. We're still getting the education from back in the 80s and the 90s. Well, they are trying to introduce and building schools with like the trades in it now and stuff like that, which I've always said that you should have at least 2 trades before you even graduate. It should be a requirement. But then that will cut into the trade school's money. Shout out to Dorn for the $2 cash app. Say community college and trade schools are in 2 years. Only if you got all your prereqs though. That's the problem. That's the problem. And like they're saying, you can get your RN in 1 year, but that's the fast track. And so many people fell in the fast tracks because they cram up too much stuff. And you know, we got churn and we got to work. We got to hang out and hunch. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. It is real, real hard. But our biggest problem is just we wasted time. We waste too much time with school. Oh my God. I hate that I went through mechanics course, ASC. I hate that it was 2 years. I hate that. Why we in that damn class is long? Bitch, I know how to fix the car. I can tear this shit out. Damn it, I can break a motor down and a transmission down and rebuild one. It's nothing. Why I gotta sit in here for 2 years? It was about money. They say, Willie, you cannot obtain a BS degree in 1 year. Say, who the hell told you that? They have RN fast track courses that you can get in 1 year. He say, Willie just babbling. Well, I do know something about the RN. Yeah. Say, Willie, there is a difference between a BS degree and a CNA degree. You're absolutely correct. That's how I know you can fast track a RN course. Yep. Google it. I'm telling you something that I know. You say, yeah. 1 year RN program. There's commercials about this. Say, no, they don't. Willie, say you have to go to school at least 3 years to become a nurse with a BS degree. Okay. I'm going to say it like this. The RN program, you can fast track it for a year. Like somebody pointed out earlier, you can wait. What was said? Community college and trade schools get RNs in 2 years. That's typically how people would do the RN course, 2 years. But I said, yes, you can get it, but you have to also have had your done your prereqs. So yes, you can get your RN in 2 years, and you can fast track in 1 year. But in the total, to get your RN is going to take you about 4 years. 4 or 3 if you do the fast track. He say, no, you can't, Willie, at least 3 years to become an RN. I'm not denying that. That's what I just said. You're going to do your prereqs. Now, either you can take 2 years in the RN degree course, or you can do it in 1 year. He said there's a 2-year fast track too. Now, it's actually less than a 2 year because it's not 24 months. It could be an 18-month course, but because of the way that the schools are set up, a lot of facilities, you don't go to school in the summertime. So that's what extends the length of the course. We can argue, but I'm just telling you something that I know to be a fact. Yeah. When I'm just talking. But I'm trying to tell you, I know something as a fact. You can Google it yourself. Shout out to Mr. Gino for the $2 super chat. You say testing this new phone is all. Say it take 2 years to become a damn LPN. That's true and false. You can be an LPN in 11 months. I know that to be a fact too. Yeah. I'm in the great state of Florida. Well, I know what I'm talking about on that right there. Say RNs are making $100,000 also as single mamas. Not all RNs though. Depends on where you at. Depends on the county. Depends on the state. You say BSNs was added to the RNs. Say you can be a RN and not a BSN. Absolutely correct. Say the LPN program in the Midwest is 16 months. We have them here in Central Florida, 11 months, 12 months, 10 months. And the ones that's 16 months here is like I had done said, because a lot of schools don't have the summer programs. So it's extended out to 16 months. You say RNs can make $100,000 in a year with overtime. Oh, yeah. Yes, they can. And hell, RNs can make over $100,000 as travel nurses. Really quick. You say 11 months in the CNA equals, poop wiper. Oh, yeah, watch this. You can get your CNA in 6 weeks now. Yeah. 6 weeks to 3 months. Depends on the hours. You say RNs putting in 80-hour work weeks. A lot of them is. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. You could be a CNA in 6 weeks. You could be a home health aide in 6 weeks. See, I'm talking what I know right now. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about with this right here. Yeah. He said, my girlfriend made $65,000 part-time, but she knocked herself off, Willie. Wonder why she did that. Say CNA in a month. You can find them in a month too. Because it don't take all, it don't take all that, y'all. Say I'm missing you on Spotify. I have been having a problem with Anchor. I have been trying to upload my stuff for like a week now, and I'm unable to. I've contacted them, and I've been waiting on them to contact me back. You say, that's for a damn home health aide, Willie, a big difference. What's for a home health aide? I was talking about the CNA and the HHA. You can get them a month, 6 weeks, 3 month courses. It don't even take a year to do that no more. Say, Willie, she did not knock herself out. I think you're trolling me now. Come on now. We're trying to have a decent conversation around here. But it seems to me like you want to troll and play and all that fly shit. And no. It say knowledge is expensive. You're absolutely correct. You say, I need a housekeeper, 304 out here in these streets. Look here, give yourself a pat on the back because y'all done made it to the end of the midday news. I hope that I was entertaining. I hope that I bought y'all a little something. You know what I'm saying? Say people in their feelings. Yeah. You say, our daughter RN worked 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts for 2 years. Say, just got promoted to charge nurse. Say, hey, sugar, that's what's up. Because typically it's what? The 3 days on, 4 days off, and then it's 4 days on and 3 days off. You know. Yeah. You say, if you volunteer some if you volunteer, some agencies will train you in 4 weeks for hospice aid. You're absolutely correct. Yep. Listen. We might come back tonight. We might not. Y'all, please remember, go around to the Willie Williams Show 3 channel. Please watch what the player is doing because I'm doing videos and I'm just putting them up there. I try to keep it entertaining as much as I can out here in these streets. I hope that y'all really enjoyed yourselves out here. I really do hope that y'all enjoyed yourself because I actually did. But these are the type of things that's going on at your schools, in case you don't know, because we as good parents, so we really don't know like the curriculum and the things that's going on. We typically don't go like school board meetings and stuff like that. We do not know what's going on at schools, and that's what kind of makes us really, really good parents out here in these streets. And children got to fend for their goddamn self out here. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing what you're doing. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all for rocking. Players is prostate cancer awareness round here at the Willie Williams Show. Say it's just a finger. If your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. You mess around and lose your little la-la and or die. It's your choice. You make the call. Thank you. And we finna go ahead. Damn it, I'm holding the wrong mouse out here in these streets. Thank you. Let me do this and bag this on up so I go on, get on up out of here. Remember, subscribe. Tell somebody about the player, man. Y'all have a good one. I done hit that damn button. I'll see y'all later. I'm out.